Classic Game Room is brought to you by Ethel the Cyborg Ninja, Book 1, and Jesus the Coked Up Chicken Number 1, Special Edition, now on Amazon. Banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the Intergalactic Space Arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. It's your favorite time of day, it's Classic Game Room time, which is why I'm about to deliver the review of GG Pro Striker 94 on the Sega Game Gear. And not just any Game Gear, a super special modded Game Gear. It outputs magic from composite video and audio from the headphone jacks. This is one of two modded Game Gears that I have. You'll see more about them in their own review. But I've got to give a huge thank you to my friends, the Nelson brothers, and David Nelson, who modded this. Runs his own website, retro.cyberfreak.com, and freak is spelled with a PH. David can mod, but he can't spell. GG Pro Striker 94, a soccer game on the small screen played on the big screen using a special modded Game Gear. $1994, that was quite some time ago. And while this game is pretty average for the genre, it's okay. I think it would have been impressive in 1994, because it's in color. I'm fairly certain that the deranged killer whales are the worst soccer team in Japan. I should have picked the fat happy bears. Look at all of these cheerful teams that you can choose from. Are these real teams? I have no idea. Oh! Oh, come on! That was a good shot! What I do know is that this was a very random choice for my first modded Game Gear review. I'll zoom in on the screen here for you. I'm not sure why, but they don't play in full screen on the television. But this one still looks pretty good. Which button is flamethrower? And it was sitting on my table, I threw it in the Game Gear, I'm like, oh, this is alright, and that's about, that sums it up. For the era, for the Game Gear, considering I can't read the menus, it's not bad. Should you go out of your way to buy this one? No. But it does show the beauty of a fully functional modded Game Gear. The game's not very good, but the music is super cheerful. Come on! Rip his legs off! As you might know, the Game Gear has two buttons. You can pass, you can shoot, and you can change players. You can also slide tackle. That's about it. There's just not a whole lot to do in this one. Scoring seems a bit random. Like most of these games, you want to get the ball somewhere near their net or their goal or whatever you call that thing and shoot it. What's most impressive about this game is how good it looks on the modded Game Gear. Or at least on the screen from the modded Game Gear. It looks great. Now just imagine if this was a game that was not soccer. Like, I don't know, Space Harrier. Soccer, as some of you might call it, football, as I call it, that sport that's not ice hockey. Not that I'm biased, which of course I am. There's a couple different gameplay modes at Championship, and it's a soccer game on the Game Gear. You're probably more excited to see Space Harrier and Sonic the Hedgehog on the Game Gear, but I've got those coming soon. Actually do something. For once. Complete a play. If for some reason you have a hankering to play a Japanese soccer game on your Sega Game Gear, here you go. GG Pro Striker 94, which was sent to the show by Robert in California. Thank you, Robert, for for sending this in 2011. I'm running behind. The goal is that way, you idiot! I can't tell if the problem is that the game's not good or if I just don't know what I'm doing, really. Classic Game Room is brought to you by Ethel the Cyborg Ninja, now on Amazon and Classic Game Room barware. Welcome to the Lord Carnage Club, being shouted from within. A Turbo Volcano! Starting with Jeff Breyer, Derek Langley, Michael and Ariana Nelson, Benjamin Woodring, Steven Chucknick, Al Stever, Ian Shore, You Sure Are Awesome, Jason Goy, Sergio Matthias Hergert, Chip Sinkbale, Busy Signal, Sean Zoltek, Rick DeBarros, Philip Strabenmuller, Jack Stavris, Ohad Kane, and Tiago Pereira dos Santos Silva from Porto, Portugal. Tiago Pereira dos Santos Silva from Porto, Portugal.